welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well and with that you're studying too. So as we have started with our new chapter, that is subsidiary book, that we have started from the last video. So in that last video I already told you that we are firstly going to cover up all the theory part and then we are going to shift towards the examples of each theory. So in this today's video, we are going to discuss about the same theory part, but the topic is different. That is, the today's video's topic is cash book and types of cash book. And on this, we are going to see example in the next video. So without any further delay, we will start with the video. So first document we are going to see is cash book. Now what is cash book? Cash book is that book in which all cash transactions are recorded on a receipt side and payment side. That is, when we are receiving cash, we are going to record all the cash transactions that are receiving on the receipt side. And then when we are paying to somebody or settling down any debts that we have taken any loan from somebody, and then after the certain particular debt period is over, we are paying that amount, that payment we are going to record on the right hand side, that is on the payment side. So these two sides, that is receipt side and payment side, are in the cash book. So this constitutes that when you are receiving cash, all the received cash you are going to record on the right hand side, and when you are paying, then all that payment you are going to record it on the right hand side, that is on the payment side. Now, what is cash book? It is much more of a journal than a ledger. Why it is much more of a journal? Because all the cash transactions that are recorded in cash book, they all are recorded in a chronological manner or in a sequential manner. And why it is ledger? Because the transactions recorded in ledger are classified into in groups with narrations of what type of transactions they are, so that at the end of a particular period we can access out all that cash balances which are left at the ending period of the financial year, particular financial year. So that is why cash book serves as a dual purpose. It serves as a journal as well as ledger. So this cash book, again, it has three main types. First is simple cash book, second is cash book with bank and cash columns, that is 2-column cash book, and third is the petty cash book. So we will firstly discuss about the first cash book, that is simple cash book. So the first cash book, that is simple cash book. What is simple cash book? In simple cash book, only cash transactions are recorded. No other transactions are recorded. Like if any debt you are settling down, no, not that type of transactions are recorded. Only when you are receiving cash or when you are paying cash, this simple cash book is maintained. Now in this cash book, only one amount column is divided. Like in receipt side, one amount column, and in payment side, one amount column. So in receipt side, when you are receiving cash, you are going to record that entry on the receipt side, that is receiving cash, and when you are paying to somebody, that transactions you are going to write down on the payment side, that is on the left hand side. So this is how the simple cash book is formed and all cash transactions are recorded. Now what is the format of simple cash book? In this format, how the format is created? On the left hand side of the simple cash book, first column is going to be of your date, particulars, then receipt number, on what receipt number the cash is being received, that number, and the amount column. That is on the left hand side of the simple cash book, that is on the receipt side. And on the payment side, again the date column, particulars. In payments side, voucher number is maintained. Why voucher number? When you are paying, you are going to issue that particular transactions voucher. So voucher number you are going to write down on the payment side, and then the ledger folio and the amount. This is how the format is created. If on both the side ledger folio is given to you, any transactions, if in any ledger number is given like 2, 3, then write it according to that transactions. So this is how the format of simple cash book looks like. The second type of cash book is cash book with cash and bank columns, that is 2 columns cash book. Now, why this 2 columns cash book is maintained? Now, since a businessman runs an enterprise, he opens an account in the bank. So in somehow bank is involved in your enterprise for recording the transactions. Now, businessman who opens an account in the bank, which type of account he opens up? He opens up current account, because 2 types of accounts are opened in bank. For customers, savings account is opened, and for businessmen who are running any sort of businesses, they are allowed to open current account. So this is how bank provides services to their customers as well as to the traders who are running some sort of businesses. Now, in this cash book, only like two columns are maintained. That is cash column and then the bank column. Very simple. Why these 2 columns are maintained? Because some transactions are interrelated. That is, some transactions are mixed. When if you are receiving cash from any person as well as from the bank, this is somehow like these transactions are found in business. So it is very difficult for you to record these transactions in a common book. So you will be baffled that what is bank transaction, which is cash transactions. So all this gets mixed up and then the whole record is dismissed. That is why this cash and bank columns cash book is maintained. Now, how the format of cash and bank columns looks like? See, on the right hand side, that is on the receipt side, date, particulars, ledger, folio. Now, 2 columns are added up, the cash column and the bank column. That is, if you are receiving amount in cash, then the amount you have to write down in the cash column. And if you are receiving any cash from bank or any person who is issuing you a check for any purchase from you, then that amount you have to write down in the bank column. So this is how the cash and bank columns work for the receipt side and as well as the payment side. Same format on the left hand side, that is on the payment side, date, particulars, ledger, folio, cash column, bank column, and then the amount. This is how the both side of cash and bank columns cash book looks like. The third type of cash book is petty cash book. Now, a business enterprise has many departments like research department, finance department, research distribution department. Many more departments are in an enterprise or in a business. So, in all these departments, there are some expenses, some small expenses, some larger expenses. So, for recording these expenses, a petty cash book is maintained. Now, how petty cash book is maintained? If any small transactions are occurring in the business that are on a repetitive basis, if you are purchasing something on a daily basis, that type of transactions are recorded in petty cash book. Now, you must have got a question like what we are hearing this word petty from the starting of this video. What is petty? Petty is a word that is derived from the French word petit. Now, what is the meaning of petty? Petty means small, in small amount. If transactions are of small amount and are on a repetitive basis in your business, all that type of transactions are recorded in this petty cash book. So this is called as petty cash book. Now again, this petty cash book is divided into 2 cash books. First is simple petty cash book and second one is analytical petty cash book. So in first simple petty cash book, only one common date, column particulars, these columns are maintained, and only one column of cash, that is one column of receipts and one column of payments. This all things are in common because very small amount of transactions are taking place and it is suitable for a small trader. So this is how the simple petty cash book is maintained. Now in the simple petty cash book, what happens? Transactions on the receipt side are very limited because there are much more of expenditure transactions, that is of payment side. So that is why payments has the more burden than the receipt side. Okay, because you are purchasing something on a repetitive basis, on a daily basis. That is why payment side is much more influenced in this type of petty cash book. This is how the simple petty cash book is maintained for small amount of transactions which are carried out on a repetitive nature. Okay. Now the second type of cash book is analytical petty cash book. Now in this, it is similar to your simple petty cash book. Now what is the difference between simple and analytical petty cash book? In analytical petty cash book, more columns are created based on the transactions. How? Example, postage and telegrams, then your coolie charges if you are importing something from outside the business, then your transport charges, and many more such expenses that are happening in your business. So where these expenses will be recorded according to their columns. Like if transport expenses, then transport expenses is created. All the expenses are given their particular columns in this petty cash book. Okay, transport expenses, then your carriage expenses, your any coolie expenses. So each expense, there is no limitations of columns created in this type of cash book. You can create amount of cash columns in this cash book based on the type of transaction. If it is payment, then the payment transaction, and if it is receipt, then the receipt transaction. So this is how the analytical petty cash book is maintained. But why this is maintained? To reduce that burden on the cashier who is maintaining the main cash book, and to not influence the main cash book due to these small transactions that are happening on a daily basis in your business. That is why analytical petty cash book is maintained. So the clerking, it will be a little burden, but the main cash book will not get affected because it shows you the entire cash balance that you have to pay and the entire cash balance you are going to receive. So due to these small expenses or small receipts, it will get disturbed. That is why a separate book for small transactions are maintained. So these two books, that is simple and analytical petty cash books, are maintained to avoid the disturbance on the main cash book and as well as the main cashier. So the format of analytical petty cash book, on the receipt side, first is amount received, what type of amount you are receiving, then the cash book folio, the number of the cash book, what type of transaction it is, then the particulars, then the voucher number, what is the voucher for the payment, then the total. Okay, do not forget to mention date also, because date will help you to assess on which date you are going to record these transactions, so that in further period you will be able to get that date quickly. And on the payment side, what you have to do is the different columns you have to create based on the transactions. If it is transport expenses, then the transport column. If it is wages expenses, then the wages column. And if it is any coolie expenses, then the coolie column. Number of columns you can create based on the transactions. So this is how analytical petty cash books specimen looks like. So that is the end of our today's theory part. I hope you all understood this, what is cash book and types of cash book, and will get more clear when we will solve example on each of these cash book. So in next video we are going to start with an example on each type of cash book, so that it will be very easy for you to understand how actually cash books are maintained in an enterprise or in any business. So if you did like this today's video, then hit that like button. If you are new to my channel, subscribe to my channel, click that bell icon to get all the new notifications of all my new videos. Share with your friends, with your classmates who is studying the subject, who wants to know more about what is cash book, how they are maintained. Share with them and comment down your all suggestions, any queries, anything you want to ask me regarding this video, regarding the other videos which I have posted on my channel. I will definitely try to solve it for you. Till then, goodbye.